What's up guys, it's Drac and I hope that you had a great weekend. It should be Monday when we're launching this one, so hopefully I'm gonna have a good day because today is Armageddon. Anyway, this just showed up, new from Dart Zone. They did send it over, and it's the tried and true multi-pack bundle. So it says that this is gonna be a Target exclusive MSRP for 40 United States dollars. I'm assuming that's Target.com as well as the in-store shelves. But speaking of the in-store shelves, this takes up a lot of space, so that's pretty cool in and of itself. Just in a world where Nerf takes up an entire aisle, it's nice to see the off-brand companies getting some serious shelf space. So we are getting 4 blasters for $30, 2 of which are itty-bitty blasters. These look like functionally like Flip Fury sort of things going on. I mean, definitely very cool. Dart Zone has really been stepping it up in terms of value. It looks like we do have a bunch of the targets. The targets are a little bit cheesy, but at 30 bucks for 4 blasters, I assume that you're buying this for a bunch of people, not just one person, and so it might be nice to have something to kind of contest accuracy, or maybe just something for like some basement plinking fun. Now, as far as how many darts it comes with, it looks like 24 super darts. So Dart Zone normally gives you more darts than you need, but it looks like in this case that would be 12 and 12, 4 and 4. So that would be 24 plus 8, 32. Wow, it's amazing how quickly that vector calc kills your ability to do basic arithmetic. So not enough darts to fully load all the blasters, which is interesting, but we'll talk more about that later. These are ultra solid darts. They're the Dart Zone waffle tip darts. Not too much else we can say about this without cracking it open and seeing what's inside. Alright guys, so this is clearly the meat and potatoes of the Commando iconic blaster. Plastic feels pretty good. Handle's actually very comfortable. That's not bad at all. Plenty of space there for all 3 fingers. And then of course, trigger disciplining aside, plenty of room in here to get at it. So, rotating, we have rotating through these turrets on the prime. This action was a little bit stiff, but it breaks in with use. It's not like there's a flipper or a safety. I'm assuming that's a big money saver that you can just manually rotate to reload. It's still faster to reload this way by flipping than it would be to sit here and reload each cylinder. The cylinders are compact and tight, and one thing that I wanted to mention on all of these blasters is that at least for their dart fit, this is like a really great Springer dart fit. It's super tight, and I hope that that translates over to performance, but that doesn't mean anything if it doesn't perform, right? Whoa. Excellent. I didn't bother to read the instructions, so maybe it does slam fire, maybe it doesn't. Let's find out. And it does not, so it does have a pretty stiff prime, but that's what you're having to do to get that power. And then it auto retracts, which is nice. Like that snaps back into place, but overall very nice. Like I said, you just have to rotate it through. So this fits into that like pseudo, it's not really a pseudo primary. Like it's so tight, these drums are so small that it actually definitely feels like a pistol, but it's a 12-shot revolver, which is boss. And then up here you have the ladder sight. It's like a nice little freemium include there. It definitely did not cost them much. It does feel a little bit flimsy. A little bit cheap, but it is staying pretty much every index. Now obviously like moving, it's gonna move out of the way, but you could snap it back. Like, I don't know, it's definitely more for like the you're locked in and ladder sighting that way. Now there are a few includes. We'll talk about the secondary blaster, the like mini pistol, the noisy cricket first, and then we'll talk about these targets and such. But I think that there's a decent amount of value in this package. It's definitely not bad. It's certainly a perfect marketing example of like bundling a very decent blaster, giving you a second copy so that you have to buy 2 of them at once, and then giving you some extras to make up for the rest of that price. So grip on this one's terrible. You can see I barely have room for 2 fingers. These 2 just kind of sit off, very noisy cricket-esque. Priming, oh, it just fires on the back. So this reminds me a lot of, yeah, and it doesn't rotate, so you're gonna have to rotate it yourself. Fire, rotate, fire, rotate, fire. And this reminds me of like almost, it's a little cheesy, but it reminds me of like almost the old school like Happy Meal toy Nerf blasters, like, which were cool in their day and age. Like this is very much, this is a pistol you give to your little brother when you want to just like win. It's like, but mom, he had a blaster. No, I mean, they're not bad though. It's clearly delivering some sort of performance. The lack of trigger is something that I've actually criticized Dart Zone and Zuru for in the past. Like, all blasters should have triggers, but I get that this is much cheaper with just a pull back and then a shear that lets it snap forward. So there is no trigger mechanism, which means no stored energy. There's also no auto rotating, so you do have to go through each time like that. I kind of dig it. Like, it is literally the size of my hand, but I mean, that's your noisy cricket blaster. And again, like, if you consider what a Flip Fury costs or etc., and that you get two more compact Flip Furies, we're gonna take these outside, we're gonna chronograph both blasters, but if you get two, like, I think that the value's there. It's just, you almost need to have a reason to buy this many blasters at once to be as interested in this package. Now, they advertise that these are stackable targets. I'm not going to complain as much about like cheap plastic targets in this as I did in my my Side Strike, Talon Strike, whatever it's called, review. These are definitely very, very cheap, tiny injection molded bits, but it's nice that they stack. You get that solo cup effect where you get to knock them over like that. And so that's pretty cool. Like, obviously Nerfer's mortal enemy is the solo cup, and I think that that's neat as an interesting include. Maybe someone at Dart Zone watches my videos. They also included a paper target or a cardboard target, and I think that that is boss in and of itself. It's got a little hole up here where you could attach it that way. We'll put it next to Squish Bat, our ADL trophy, and the Mini Mintaburn. As well as this garbage, not a revolver. But we have these two blasters. We've got these blasters. It did come with, this is like the definition of a freemium include. Like, it cost them nothing to just print part of their packaging in a circle and hole punch in it so that you could hang up a target. But overall, like, these are solid blasters. There's nothing wrong with them. They are a little less expensive. They are a little more compact, but the plastic quality feels good. All it's going to come down to is the performance. So first we'll... No, Squish Bat, why? All right, we'll take them outside and see what they do over the chronograph. That's unfortunate. When you spin them, the ladder sight falls out. It's a feature, right? Hi-ya! So we're out here with our blaster, and we're actually getting pretty solid Springer performance. That was a slightly angled shot. Let's go ahead, switch this guy over, fire a couple more. And flat shots are solid, but we fired those off into the woods. And I get the question all the time, Drac, what do you do when you shoot the darts off into the woods? Well, if they land in that general grassy, mossy area, I do clean them up at the end of every video. But if they go all the way into the woods, I do just let them go. And that's why I care about cheap and good darts. I did a full Dart Zone comparison video, maybe as a thank you they sent this over. I have no idea. I definitely wasn't pandering to them, but this whole bin of 200 darts is a Target exclusive and only costs 10 bucks. That means that the darts are a nickel a pop, which means that whether like your dog is chewing them or your dad's running over them with the lawnmower or what have you, like no matter what your modus is, like these are, without a doubt, unless you're willing to wait for like crazy long Chinese knockoff shipping times, these are like the best darts on the market. I did a full like honest test and comparison and price demonstration of that on the channel a while ago, and I'll put that in a card somewhere in the video or in the description box below. But we've got our trusty dusty chronograph out here, and we're gonna get you those good numbers that you care so much about. So let's put 6 shots off of this over this and see if we're beating elite performance, making elite performance, or coming in just underneath it, because we're definitely beating elite price, both with the darts and we know the darts are better. Let's see if the blaster holds up. 78, 77, 78, 80, 77, and 80. All right, so that's an average of about 78 point something, and that's serious. It's no joke. That is above elite performance, so these are hitting a little bit harder, shooting a little bit farther. They claim that here when they say super darts fly up to 90 feet. We could definitely get them to break 90, but that is super duper cool that it is getting above elite performance. And then just as kind of like for my personal curiosity, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the mini blaster over the chronograph and just see what it does. I imagine that this is going to have pretty low performance, but a jolt shoots about 60, 65-ish, I think, these days, and this would be the rough jolt equivalent, but with no stored energy, just potential energy. 69, 71, 67, and 71. So, I mean, I could tell that it was giving us a nice thwack up in the workshop, but like those numbers mirror that performance. It's a little bit better than I guess its referent other, but honestly, there's nothing like this. There hasn't been anything like this since vintage goodness back in the day. Can't spin it, sadly, no trigger guard, and we'll try. We'll try right here. Worst case scenario, we moss it. No! Well, luckily it's durable. So sadly, it's not spinnable, and that's really a deal breaker, right, guys? Like if you can't spin it, what's even the point? No, seriously, this is a great value pack if you're putting together like a war for multiple people. I don't think that it's your best like solo warrior option because you don't have what I would consider to be a full primary in this loadout kit. Like you have pistol-esque performance and then a like holdout last resort sort of thing. But not bad. I think that the real all-star here, like I hate to sound like a broken record, is the darts. The darts are just ridiculously good value right now on the market as long as they stay at that sweet, sweet price point. So links to everything in the description box below. Also a link to my Twitch in the description box below. Generally, I've been trying to be on Twitch at about 9 p.m. on days that I upload, which if you've noticed, I kind of set an upload schedule for myself. We've been trying to bang out one Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with special bonuses for you. Coming to you all the time, 2019, same Drac time, same Drac place. Much love, Nerf on Drac out.